You're listening to Force Majeure, an actual play Star Wars podcast. My name is Adam and I'm your host, and today's episode will be brought to you after these words from our sponsors.
Making your way in the galaxy sure can get you down. Doing your best just to get by, it can really make you frown. Wouldn't you like to fly away? Sometimes you wanna go where there's nobody in your face, and nobody's on your case. You wanna go where no one cares what you stole or what you wear. You wanna go where nobody knows your face.
Tales from the Bloody Red Kiss, tonight at 9 on HBC.
My name is Ed Fortune, and you're listening to Shadows of the Jedi. I couldn't run a game without players. I have some absolutely fantastic players in front of me today. I have a question. We always do this. We ask a question just to set the scene and to also do a bit of foreshadowing sometimes. So, question to the party. What are you?
Hi, I'm Ross. I'm playing Dr. Smex Karam Danalo, a Saurian consular healer whose emotional strength is his compassion and whose weakness is his obstinacy. What is he? He's a doctor in a lot of trouble.
Hello there, I'm Mikey. I'm playing Kay, a human warrior starfighter ace. My emotional strength is my compassion, but my emotional weakness is my hatred. What am I? Kay is on a journey. Kay is looking for redemption. Kay is trying to sleep at night.
Hi, I'm Mim, and I play Roy, who is a B1 battle droid. His specialisation is as a bodyguard with a career as a hired gun, and an obligation of 40 to the Bars family. What am I? He lifts up his leg and looks at the model mark on his foot. I am a B1 battle droid made from various mechanical pieces, some of which is refurbished units, some of which are uniquely manufactured merchandise. I am made under test license Delta 33, attributed to Bar, Mr. and Bar, Mrs. I've been operating for bits of me 19 years, bits of me 18 years, bits of me 17 years, this bit 4. I don't know. Maybe do you need lessons? I am a droid.
My name is Adam. I'm playing Tychus Bar, a Basilisk Sentinel Artisan. My emotional strength is my bravery, and my emotional weakness is my recklessness. What am I? Tychus is a damn fine weapons maker. He's young and brash and foolish. He is out of his depth.
It is worth pointing out that at the height of the Jedi Order, they dealt with problems both big and small, which was convenient because some of their members were very, very small, and some of their members, well, let's just say they didn't socialise at parties because they would cause their own gravity wells. So, party. Where we last left you was you just had a weird vision, except for Roy, who came in to see what you were doing just as you stopped doing it. Not that Roy's feeling paranoid at the moment, but Roy is feeling paranoid at the moment. Also, you'd set off a mysterious device which had transformed its shape and then kind of fell to the floor as an image of someone called Ruh had introduced themselves. And for your visual reference, he looks a bit like Jason Isaacs in Jedi robes. And that's where we left you. I should point out that there is still an alarm going off.
Is there anything we can shoot to kill this alarm?
There's a console there.
The console might not be causing the alarm.
I mean, I can probably shut it off, but rather than just being a little bit annoying, we've got more important things we're worrying about.
Yeah.
Like that. What? Who? What? Do you know? I am done. I'm done. And filing all of this weird criff under weird other people's problem criff. Let's get that crystal sorted. Let's bundle this in a bag, get this hover sled working, and get home. Yeah. I am entirely done
There's
with
a lot
this shenanigans.
to take in today, Tychus. But I think when your parents said you were special, they were correct. Because you turned that thing on there with your mind. You
I
didn't
thought it was
touch it.
easy. Ooh, did you not touch it at all?
No.
Ooh.
No such. So, he narrows his eyes and stares at the Doctor.
Doctor can glow. You can move things with your mind. I can see corpses with my eyes closed. My power's worse than yours.
Roy
How
puts
did
out
you-
a hand and
when did
pats
you do
Kai
that?
on the back, sadly.
When did you do that?
When we saw the hanging crewman,
Right, well,
Okay, there are 3 things in this room we need to take care of.
aye, there's the sled, there's the bomb, and there's the wizard pawn.
Neatly inventorized. Thank you.
The Yoda Sutra.
I don't think that's what it is. I think it's a Jedi training manual.
But the Jedi are bad people. I know
Yes.
that. My folks were quite clear on that front.
I'm wondering whether Bracken knew this was in here.
If he did, and without wanting to denigrate any of us, why would he have sent us?
True.
I mean, if he knew that this was in here, then even in the light of this massive scavenger hunt that we're all been roped into, there are professional swoopbike gangs out here. We're just.
What I'm saying is when we take this out of here and don't tell him when we give him the statue, is he going to be upset?
I don't know how good are you at lying.
Well, I'm hoping that I won't be here for very much longer, so I'll lie as much as I like.
Then that's fine. We just tell him that this is how we found it. If there's stuff missing, well, that wasn't our remit.
Yes.
You easily get the sled back up, by the way. It is now bobbing in that kind of hover sled sort of way.
Okay. How much of the wheel do I have to take to get the crystal out?
That's an exceptionally good question. The short answer is that you don't know. You're pretty sure that the middle bit, if you take it out, it stops working. But it's metal. You could probably, if you had enough time and a plasma torch.
I could give it a yank. We could shoot it.
We could not shoot it.
Yeah, I think shooting it's probably a bad plan. But
I'm still worried by Tyker's point that we were picked for this one, and the 3 of us have managed to activate some weird stuff in this room. Powers I didn't know we had.
that, Doc's, a really good point. I mean, Roy, can you run me a probability test of all the people chosen, randomly collected, that 3 of the 4 of us would have some kind of peculiar power? What's the likelihood on that?
Calculating. Or let's see, so working this all out in Euro specials, so 3,720 to 1. Against.
He looks very happy with himself.
Do you know, actually, that's more likely than I expected.
That's vastly more likely than I expected.
I thought it was like 1,000,000 to 1.
At very least.
No, you see, if it's 1,000,000 to 1, it's a dead certainty.
That's the point, yeah.
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
Right, anyway, so back to the matters on hand. So I think that Bracker probably had no idea what was in here.
Right.
I'm not even sure if this was being smuggled under the guise of something for a hut.
Tychus, I'm going to do something
Sorry.
stupid. Pass me this cylinder.
I pass Kay the cylinder.
Let's see if I can turn this bad boy on.
Don't point it at your face.
So it has a closed end and an open end.
Yeah.
It's a long cylindrical tube.
Mhm.
It is black and gold.
Right.
It has a button on one end, which is towards the open end.
Yeah.
And on the closed end, it has like a large domed, like yellow crystalline thing,
Okay.
like the end of a torch.
So point neither end at anybody,
Okay.
and the button, does it push up or push in, or...
It pushes and clicks.
I'll do that.
Okay, so you push it down, it
Yeah.
clicks.
Yeah.
There is a sound effect. And from the open end, it juts a yellowish flame. Solid blade of energy, about 3 foot long.
There is definitely some genetic, deep-rooted
Die,
fear.
Jedi scum!
Yeah. Roy is crouching. He's just leapt back and
Nope, nope, nope.
Roy, it's your joints. Your joints feel like they're about to fall off. They just ache. They just ache. It's weird. You're like getting error reports from every single joint that you have. Even bits of you that you weren't even paying attention. Though weirdly, the pain in the side of your diodes has gone briefly.
Good line. Tychus, I say, staring straight at the blade. This isn't even the stupid thing. I then turn it towards the machine and start cutting the crystal out.
It sinks in effortlessly. Sparks fly all over the place. Do I make you roll?
I would.
I would, yeah.
Coordination, maybe?
It's coordination. Difficulty 2.
I'm going to move a light side over to the dark side.
It's a very wise decision.
Okay. That is 3 advantage, 2 success, 1 light side point, which I'm going to move towards the advantages.
What would you like to spend the advantage on?
I would like to spend the advantage on getting as close as I possibly can to the crystal, so I'm not taking as much of the wheel out. I know that I'm successful cutting it out. I want to not have a big piece of the wheel attached to it.
So you very carefully cut it out. The thing itself starts to literally pop and fall apart. As soon as you put the blade in,
Yeah.
one of the rings falls off and the frame starts to shake.
Mm-hmm.
You hurry up and you move as quickly as you
Yes.
can. The crystal falls onto the floor and there is a crackle of energy that leaps from the crystal
Yes.
to the lightsaber blade.
Right.
I was hoping one of us was either going to be holding onto this wheel or ready to catch the crystal as it was falling, but
I didn't
None
give
of-
anybody any choice. I just did it.
No one told me that before, so no.
Yeah.
There is a crackle of energy,
Yes.
leaps into the blade. Can you take 4 strain, please?
Yes, of course.
And just as that finishes, the crystal is now completely blue. It is very cracked, and it throbs. You can all sense the room has warmed.
I turn off the cylinder, put down the cylinder, pick up the crystal.
Crystal is paler blue than it once was, you think? And yeah, you have a large mystical crystal of some description.
I foolishly put it in my pocket in my jacket.
It's quite large and chunky, but okay.
Yeah.
There is an angry squeak from the Legomorph in your jacket.
I was about to say, as you do that, there is a rabbit that
Yeah.
jumps out of your pouch and is now perched on your shoulder. It is staring at the one that's currently still perched on Roy's shoulder.
Okay. Hi, Harvey.
It licks your face.
That's one thing.
Doc, do you want to grab the weird doofer? Roy, if you want to give me a hand getting this hover sled up and running and getting this statue on it. I shut the drawer.
Okay, it pushes through with a click, and there is no way you would recognise that's in there. It's perfectly flush, and there is some sort of mechanism there because that is sealed.
Yeah.
Pick up the
Spooky box.
spooky box. Thank you.
Doc, that's
Oh,
what
is that what the doofer is?
that's what the
Right.
doofer is. Right.
Right.
Look, I lose my words when I'm stressed.
Who's
Right.
picking up the spooky box?
well, no, just off that point because I'm just wanted to keep track of where exactly everything is in the room at the minute.
So we got the crystal, which is now in Kay's pocket. The lightsaber, which is on the floor by Kay.
Mm.
There's the holocron, which is on the floor where I dropped it.
Mm.
And then there's the Hutt statue, which is on the now functioning hover sled.
And a rabbit each.
Who is picking up the strange cube-like device?
I will take that. I'm quite interested in it, and I'm going nowhere near your light sword.
I pick up the lightsaber and Tychus,
Aye.
keep this away from that.
I take the lightsaber and I put it in one of my
Many pockets.
many pouches.
Definitely seems more your thing.
Okay, and who's taking responsibility for the cube? Is it Roy?
Roy is at the moment.
As you pick it up, it goes back from its D12 configuration and snaps back into its cube.
Ow!
It doesn't hurt you, it just transforms again.
That's
It's
just shock. I'm humanizing.
Oh,
Did you get that? I've been learning these kind of behaviours. From you, I'm learning to slur my words.
Do I slow my work? Oh no. Can we leave?
there is a sudden shudder and a crunch. You hear, "Warning! Warning! Engines engaged!" as the entire area shakes. Where you're standing, there is a roar in the background as things feel like they start to move.
Cheese it?
Oh, this is not structurally stable
Is
for
this
a impending fight.
Is the statue? Can we move it?
Yeah, it's on the hover sled.
As you get out of the antechamber, I'd like vigilance tests, please.
Difficulty?
It's initiative.
1 success, 4 advantage.
1 success, 2 advantage.
3 successes.
And 1 success from Roy.
As you head out of the tiny secret room, the warning sounds and the roar of the engines is even louder. And standing in a kind of semicircle is ISB agent Volt, 2 scout troopers, and a Rhodian. Not seen a Rhodian before, but you suspect he's one of the makers because of the way he's dressed. I'll be having all of that. Thank you.
No, you won't.
Oh dear. Negotiations it is then.
I draw Clementine and I shoot him in the face.
Yeah, we'll give you all of this.
Incidentally, as soon as Dr. Smith said, "No, you won't," Kay's like, "Yeah, boy!"
So is Roy. Roy is incredibly chuffed. You glow, girl!
Party has the initiative, so Party, what are you doing first?
Would anyone object to me starting proceedings?
Nope,
Yeah, you can do that.
there'd be no objections.
Okay, well, I let go of the hover sled. As a manoeuvre, whip Clementine out from my shoulder holster. As my second manoeuvre, I'm going to drop down behind the crystalline Hutt statue to give myself some cover, and then I'm going to unload at the ISB agent.
You are at short range, but here's adversary 2.
I'm going to spend a light side point to upgrade my pool, so that's 2 yellow against a red and a purple. That's 2 straight successes, so that's 10 damage.
You catch him straight in the chest. He makes a hoofing sound as he's taken aback, and you can quite clearly see that despite the fact that he's dressed very smartly, there is armour underneath what he's wearing, because he is not an idiot.
Yeah.
He whips out a really expensive looking blaster and hits you for 10.
Ow.
Yeah, it's kind of impressive the way he does it, because he's got like a kind of long coat and he rips it out in a kind of gunslinger sort of way.
Kay does very similarly. He whips into his coat, pulls out a heavily modified looking pistol, and this is not on stun setting. He shoots at the ISB agent.
Similar looking sort of gun, by the way.
Yes.
It's funny that.
Funny that. So there's 2 successes and 2 advantages. So that would be damage 9, but a crit. 59.
Okay, so again, shooting at the agent.
Yes.
2 things happen. Firstly, one of the stormtroopers tries to push him out of the way.
Right.
Fails. As he does so, however, your shot, which was a headshot, goes wide.
Yes.
The blast shears across the side of his face and almost severs his shoulder, if you see what I mean. So there's a deep wound in his shoulder, and he cries out. Less of a scream and more of an angry kind of martial arts key shout, if you see what I mean.
He's still standing. It's not good.
He is still standing. He's not looking very well, though. My turn. The Rodian throws something onto the ground. An explosion goes off. Basically, he throws it at Roy.
Okay.
And there is a flash of light. Is anyone wearing eye protection?
No.
Oh, well...
But Roy might be.
Actually, yeah, because I have my scanner goggles and data goggles, which are kind of built in because of what they are for me. I don't have soft, gooey eyes. I'm just trying to check because I...
So everyone has an additional black die for their next combat roll, as they have been hit with a flash.
Okay.
So back to party. You are now dazzled.
Okay.
Your opponents aren't. 2 of them are wearing helmets. The other 2 appear to be prepared.
Okay.
I think you should shoot first.
Well, you say shoot, but given that Bar has been hurt and is in trouble, I'm somewhat, particularly because I've been paranoid about him getting stuck in places.
2, your obligation has gone up a moment.
We are trapped. So, yeah, I'm going to take a manoeuvre to activate bodyguard.
Okay.
I'm going to be bodyguarding Bar. Because that's a manoeuvre, can I still take
Yeah.
a non-targeted shooting action?
Yes.
I'll go for the guy that's already shot at Bar. It makes the most sense, even though I probably can't get him.
So it's a purple and a red are your difficulties,
Purple and red with difficulty.
and then it's whatever your ranged heavy is.
My ranged heavy is 3 yellows. Can I borrow 2 yellow dice? 4 success, but 2 threat.
I'm not sure if those threat might be additional strain, just because the situation's overloading your panic protocols.
I would take the additional... Yeah, I'm good with it being additional strain.
Damage is 10 plus 4. You can also add 1 damage per rank of barrage to 1 hit of successful attack whilst using ranged heavy.
15 damage.
Yeah, that's what comes from having barrage, which is quite nice.
Okay, so the stormtrooper, who is trying to bodyguard him at the same time but failed, literally, Volt just uses him as cover. The scout trooper takes multiple shots to his armour and is toast.
Bar, we were doing lethal combat, right?
Oh, aye.
Good,
Good shot, Roy.
good. I struggle with morality.
Is it their go?
It is!
I really wish Roy could be grinning at everybody else. Some kind of threat level, just...
You've got a floppy tongue at least.
I do.
Yeah.
Okay, so the scout trooper opens up, shooting at the obsolete model. Goodness, can you take 8 damage, please?
My soak is 5, which is really nice. I took 3 damage from that.
Doctor.
My instinct at this point is I'm not that great at close combat. So I'm going to probably do what everybody else is doing, which is jump behind that cover and then try and heal the people who've just been shot, which is mostly Tychus at this point. So I've got 3 options off the top of my head. 1 is generally medical skill, but I don't know how complex that is for 1 round of combat. 2, I've got a stim pack, and 3 is I have force heal. So one of those 2 is a good choice, and I'm not sure which is the best character for the one at the moment. One of them is grab this stim pack and this is battlefield treatment, and one of them is, well, we've just had a force experience. I'm a little sensitive. The
present
has too many. Yeah, it's a present word. Yeah, it's good.
What does your gut instinct say?
I think at the moment I'm going to go with the force side of this. So I'm going to go with a force heal. I've got 2 light side points.
Who are you healing?
It's Tychus, and it will be 3 wounds.
The all-important question. Is he glowing?
He is not glowing.
Because that'd be even more dazzling.
Yeah,
This is the wrong time.
But I was going to try and wrangle it that if you were glowing, I get a blue boost dice, because just seeing you glow makes Roy so happy.
Okay, party action. Who's
Can I
taking?
go first?
I.
Kay is not behind the statue. Kay is still standing there. Kay closes his eyes, focuses on where they are, not what he can see, and tries to shoot the ISP agent again.
Okay, make your roll.
First thing I do is roll for my Farseer, which is good enough. That's 2 light side. So Kay closes his eyes, uses his instincts.
In your mind's eye, you see a familiar move. He goes to his pouch and he pulls out Poison 265.
I could shoot him in the arm, or I could just take him down. I'm going to just shoot him as square chest as I've been trained. I'm going to use one of the light side points to upgrade my dice. So that's 2 advantages, 2 successes, and a despair.
You hit him square in the chest.
So that's 9 damage with a crit.
Let me roll that crit, unless
Yes,
you
sir.
want to.
So 28.
I would like to spend a dark side point, please. Basically, you shoot him in the other side of his face, and he should be down.
Yeah.
He should be stunned, and he falls to the ground, and then there's just a moment, and I'd like to take my turn, please, and work your despair into that.
Totally.
Onto the ISB agent. There's a look of steely determination on his face, and I'm going to take full advantage of that despair. He raises himself off the ground and pulls out a long, thin, cylindrical device and activates it. That is 8 damage to Tychus.
crikey.
And there is a long, nasty-looking dart in his throat. Okay, you know what this is. This is a neurotoxin.
Do I need to make a resilience test?
Yes, please, too.
Can I add anything to that?
No, but your obligation is you're at yellow to red right now.
Peak panic, okay.
Peak panic, and he is hobbling with remarkable speed for a man who's just taken 2 shots to the chest and the face, heading towards the door. His allies, as they are still in the room, but they've shifted to a defensive pose.
I got 3 successes on my resilience.
You can function, but it's in there. It's not nice.
Oh, what the criff did he spike me with?
Doc, I think we need you here. I think we need you here now. Now.
So is that how I go? And maybe you can go, Ross.
Well, I'm already, hands at the ready and treating him so far. Is this applicable similar to the other weird healing action I've done earlier this adventure?
A medicine roll would be probably more useful, but
Okay.
remember you get the black die because you're still dazzled.
Yeah.
Once you've used that black die, it goes. The difficulty is 2.
3 success outright.
You are able to pull the dart out without triggering the external reservoir. You catch it just in time. There's a little catch on it. So if
Okay.
you pull it out, it injects more poison. And you pull it out and you're able to spray a thing from your medical kit on the gap. You then stab him with another thing from your medical kit, which is a generic antitoxin.
Okay, good.
The Rhodian Scarpers.
Righto.
Roy, do you want to go next?
Roy's mostly going to spend his turn fussing over you, I'm afraid, and looking for the closest exit to start dragging you out of. Safe exit, so probably not the way that our attackers have just left.
Is that the only entrance?
There is only one way out.
There's also still Scout Trooper up in front, in between us.
So would your approach be make it safer by shooting that guy?
Yes, it would be then. If he's between us and the exit, then I will... It's going to be overkill, but I'm pretty angry and uptight at the moment, so it's going to be another heavy blast to carve on.
Okay, it's close range, so it's 1 purple, and he doesn't have adversary because he's just a scout trooper.
Oh dear. 3 successes and 2 advantage.
13 damage then, in total.
So he hits the ground and is making unhappy dying noises.
Roy is less concerned about this than he may have otherwise ever appeared to be when he's been in a brawl.
Party.
Because they're running down the corridors, can I still see either the Rhodian running up the corridor or the ISB agent from where I am behind the Hutt statue?
Not from the angle where you are, you would have to manoeuvre.
Okay. My blood's up now. So I'm going to use a manoeuvre to get into a position where I can see whoever's running.
Okay.
A manoeuvre to aim. And I'm going to suck up that morale to hit and back shoot them.
Okay, can I have a vigilance check, please?
Any difficulty?
2, please.
Failure with an advantage.
As you run out the door, something whips around your leg. And you look down, and you realise there's an explosive device that has not gone off.
But we didn't see anything when we came in, did we? So it's
Nope.
It's something that they've dropped as they've left then.
It's like a little clamshelly thing that's attached itself to you. And it should have gone off. It hasn't. Lucky.
Well, I've still got my action then, haven't I?
Yeah.
I'm going to attempt to remove it from my leg without blowing me up.
Okay.
Mechanics test?
Yes, please. You get 1 blue die. Get 2 blue die, actually.
I don't think you should be that worried. You've already got 2 extra limbs.
Yeah, but they're arms.
Yeah.
What's the difficulty?
2.
3 success, 3 advantage, and a triumph.
Okay, you get to retrieve the entire device.
Yep.
It is not what you thought it was. It's not an explosive device. It is essentially, it would have fired a form upwards and captured you.
Okay.
Almost like it's deliberately designed to slow you down.
Okay.
Also, you see several others on the floor.
Cool. Can I use some of the advantages to be that now I know how to disarm this, I can just disarm the rest of them once we... Because I presume imminently we're about to drop out of structured time. So can I use the advantages to mean that I can disable those as we go?
You spend an advantage to recover one of them so you can use it again. Any others you find when you run out of advantages, you can neutralise, but you can't keep.
Okay, well, I've got 3 advantages, so I will take 3 of them, including the one on my leg.
Okay.
For my triumph. Okay, so this ship's unstable. The engines are on.
Yeah.
It's shaking and juddering. It turns out that as the ship's lifting up, it reveals another corridor that was previously buried, maybe through a secret hatch that the ISB agents come through, which is a far, far quicker route out of the ship.
I will compromise and say what's actually happened is it's kind of split in 2. So there is a gantry-way, but there's a leap. If you say what I mean. So you're going to have to negotiate to get there. But once you get there, it's a faster route. The ship is shaking and moving, so it's not so much open the corridor as in it's opened the stairs downwards. So you have to go down to get out.
But given that we'd have to leap while carrying this hover thing, is that actually going to be a quicker route if we have to negotiate over a gap than just coming back the way we came?
We've got 2 jetpacks.
Yeah, but they're just up or down.
Source the stairs.
No, yeah, okay.
I think given the equipment we've got, this isn't actually too difficult. It's still pretty good for us.
Yeah.
Hockey cocky.
Just to clarify, I know we're going to stop any second there, but just to clarify, is the ship raising off the ground, or is it juttering itself into the...
Juttering into the ground.
Yeah, because it's pointing at the ground. It's not
Yeah.
like we're getting further away. Yeah, I thought so. Okay.
Wasn't there a big room full of crystals we were going to blow up as we exited?
We are, yeah.
As we drop out of rounds,
Yes.
as the villains start to run away, and the alarm changes. Evacuate. Evacuate. Critical damage. Critical damage. Take all your loot and leave. Evacuate. Evacuate.
Bar, they're playing our song.
There is then what can only be described as the distinct sound of a reactor explosion as something important breaks. We'll leave it there.
Force Majeure is played using the Star Wars Force and Destiny game system by Fantasy Flight Games and Lucas Books. Our intro music for the rest of this season is Superpower Cool Dude by Kevin MacLeod, and our outro music remains Suburban Outlaw by Forget the Whale, both used with gratitude under the Creative Commons license. A number of our ambient sounds and sound effects are provided by Sirenscape, because epic games deserve epic sounds. For episode-specific credits for music, please see the show notes, and also the credits page of our website at forcemajeurepod.com. If you like the show and want to support us, there's a few ways you could do that. The first is by rating and reviewing wherever you find us, be it iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, Podbean, wherever. That helps other people find us and lets us know that we're telling the sort of stories that you enjoy hearing. We do have a Patreon page at patreon.com/forcemajeurepod, and also a Ko-fi account at ko-fi.com/forcemajeurepod if you've got some change burning a hole in your pocket and want to throw it our way. We appreciate all the support. We do have social media presences. The easiest way to find us is on Twitter at forcemajeurepod. We do also have a Facebook page and an Instagram page and a Discord server. Links to all of these are contained in the show notes. Come along and talk nonsense with us. We always like to hear from fans of the show. And until next time, may the Force be with you.